Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cheyenne High School for a matchup between the number 4 ranked team in the state of North Dakota, the visitors on the scoreboard, Fargo Davies Eagles, and the home team, the Cheyenne Mustangs. So we're going to begin tonight with a special national anthem, and then we are going to tell you about the matchup between these two really impressive teams from the eastern side of the state of North Dakota. So we'll take you down now to the announcer as they release some of the background information of this wonderful mashup.
The North Dakota High School Activities Association, the Eastern Dakota Conference, and school administration encourage and promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We ask that you cheer for your team and be respectful of the opponent. As high school student athletes and representatives of their communities, the Mustangs and Eagles are committed to fair play, responsibility, and respect. They invite you to support their effort. Together, let us all help create an environment for high school competition that we can be proud of. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you stand if able, remove any headwear, and remain at attention as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
So there's your national anthem here between visitors on the scoreboard, Fargo Davies, and the home team, the Cheyenne Mustangs. So we're going to hear first from the visitors on the scoreboard, the number 4 ranked team in the state of North Dakota, the Fargo Davies Eagles. Then we're going to hear from the starting lineups for the team in orange, showing off their new home court jerseys here, these orange colors, trying to find a way to play against a team that has, quite frankly, been dominant in the East. The Fargo Davies Eagles right now sitting at 11-1. The Davies Eagles are not only winning games, they are winning by an average of a large margin. Almost 25 points a game is their scoring margin of victory. So obviously the Mustangs have a lot to figure out. They love to pressure the basketball, does Fargo Davies. They have a lot of athletes, they have size. And so it's going to be an interesting matchup for Coach Hintz and his team to try to figure out. Obviously, on Coach Hintz's side, we have a young basketball team, 1 senior leader. So it's going to be interesting to see how they can handle the pressure and if Coach Hintz elects to try to put some of the pressure right back on Davies by trying to do the exact same thing that Davies excels at. So a little bit of X's and O's early that we're going to have to pay attention to, and we'll see how that plays out. And now for your starting lineup for the home team. So the first starter for the Mustangs, Peyton Breitebeck, 3-point specialist. Maya Metcalf, who has as a sophomore is already ranked in the top 10 in scoring in the East. Here's your senior leader, Feist, coming to the starting lineup. Brooke Johnson, one of the guards that the Mustangs will try to use to kind of create the pressure pressure the Davies Eagles. And Olivia Mansell, another three-point specialist, second in the EDC in three-pointers made. So certainly the young squad that Coach Hintz is putting out there, they have a lot of the pieces that they're going to need to be successful, but to play the Fargo Davies Eagles, you're going to have to play a near-perfect game in many respects if you want to answer what it is they do. So those are your starting lineups. We do want to thank our game sponsor today, Bell Bank Mortgage. Bell Bank Mortgage is proud to support the West Fargo Cheyenne sports. Whether you're in the classroom, at home, or both, we hope you're inspired this year to push yourself beyond what you ever even imagined and never stop learning. Go Mustangs! Bell Bank Mortgage, equal housing lender. So for the Mustangs, Jaden Feist will jump, and Davies comes away with that. They'll set up in the half court, look into the high post. Back cut, back screen. That does free up a layup right away. Nice set right away to start for the Davies Eagles. That gets Safransky open for a layup. Mustangs push. They go right back. And Maya Metcalf answers. Good answer there by Metcalf. Quick bucket for both teams. Mustangs looking to pressure, seeing if they can create some problems in the backcourt. They did force Davies to miss, but they get the offensive rebound. That's a jump ball, going to stay in favor of the Mustangs. I did hear Coach Hintz yell for a timeout, but he was not granted it in time, so Davies does force the jump ball. This one's going to go back to Feist, a little token trap there, but Davies falls back. Manson with it now at the top. Over to Breidenbach. Looks for Maya Metcalf in the post, doesn't have the lob entry. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Dribbles off the top, and they're going to say that shot does not get off in time. So shot clock violation early. Good job by the Davies defense forcing that turnover. As I said, Fargo Davies does come into this game at 11-1. Mustangs coming in with a 500 record. Davies ranked 4th in the state right now. That ball knocked free for just a second, but Feist has it. She shoots the ball across, and they're going to say that was knocked out by the Mustangs. I think Feist was looking for Metcalf. I'm not sure who snuck in there and got a hand on it for the Mustangs, but it will be a turnover. Foul called. Quick whistle there. First foul on the Mustangs. And that's going to be a 2 free throw look for first foul on number 22 for the Mustangs. That one's on Manson. And number 15 for Davies, Faye, able to put in both free throws. So just like that, we have an 8-2 lead in favor of Davies with 16:06 to play, and we're going to take our first time out of the ball game.
You're watching Cheyenne Mustang Media.
Inbound here for the Mustangs as we return to live action. Feist with it there, and she looks up ahead to Breidenbach. Good crossover there. That frees up Manson from the corner. Shot fake. Good ball movement there. Breidenbach with it, and she's able to put it in. Nice little ball movement. Confidence out of that timeout. Nice job by the coaches to figure out what they want, and that pass is going to sail long and out of bounds. Koenig, when she released that pass, she looked around like, whoa, that got out of hand. So this one's going to go possession arrow to the Eagles. Number 14 for the Eagles is going to take that one out. That's Waka. Into the high post at the elbow. They get a little back screen. Nice little action there. Curl screen action does free up Davies down the middle of the lane. Feist with it on the sideline there. She throws it over the top, but that's tipped. Mustangs fortunate not to turn it over, and that's going to say Breidenbach for 3. Offensive rebound goes to Feist. Good touch there. And they finish with 2. So Mustangs down now 4 early on in this game. And they come and score quickly. Breidenbach with it on the side, and she's trapped. Good defense there. Breidenbach turned her back to the defender. She didn't know the trap was coming, and Davies turns it over. And so with that, I think Coach Hintz says we're going to have to talk about what they're doing in this full court press because just in the matter of a few seconds, they were able to generate a couple of buckets. So 14-6 now in favor of Davies. We're going to take a quick timeout. So we're coming back to live action here. So I told you Fargo Davies isn't just winning basketball games lately. They've actually done nothing short of dominating. Number 2 in the EDC in scoring offense at 76 points a game, and number 1 in defense. You put those two things together, you have a great offense and a great defense, and what you're going to end up with is a scoring margin of 25.5 points, equivalent to what we see out of Devil's Lake. So those two teams in the East are certainly powerhouses right now. Certainly nothing to shake a stick at here out of Cheyenne. Their average margin of victory is right around 7 points. So they played a lot closer games, and you know they were coming off a stretch early in the season where they were kind of playing a lot of strong teams. So certainly Coach Hintz has got to be pleased with the way some of the things have progressed for the Mustangs. Couple of substitutions for the Mustangs, as we have a trainer looking at Feist in the corner there. Little concern. And I think we're going to have to clean up the court a little bit. They must have maybe some blood on the floor or something to that effect, as we see they're cleaning that up. Cleaning up a knee, it looks like, in the corner. So now the Mustangs will come in with it. 14-6 is the score, 14:34 to go in the first half. Swing pass there. Into the corner, and another swing pass. Davies' defense looking pretty solid. And down low to Metcalf. Good feed and find from number 15 for the Mustangs, Brooke Johnson. She found Metcalf sealing her defender at her back, and that gets Metcalf to the line shooting a couple of free throws. First one goes off the back iron, rattles around a little bit, and falls off to the side. So Metcalf now with her second opportunity. And she does connect. Mustangs number 2 in the league in free throw percentage at 65%, only behind Grand Forks Red River. So if they can get to the free throw line, certainly that is an advantage for them as a team and as a unit. Dump pass is stolen there by Breidenbach. She's going to push ahead. Great crossover, right-handed finish. That was beautiful there. She busted her defender right at the three-point line and kept pushing it up ahead. Goes to the right hand and finishes off the glass. Nice move. And now it's a 9-14 game with 13:51 to go. And again, the Mustangs come up with a steal. But Davies answers. The outlet pass now a couple of times for the Mustangs did get stolen. They are able to generate a couple of turnovers in the Davies half court, but we'll see if they're able to find a cleaner outlet pass in these next couple of possessions. That's probably something Coach Hintz will talk about. See if they can find a way to mitigate some of these turnovers. Sideline out of bounds here for Brooke Johnson. Sorry, that's Fagerlund. Shot goes long. Rebound Davies. And this is something that the Davies Eagles do. They can score in bursts. They can put a lot of points on the board. It doesn't take them long to find the shot they like in their half-court set. So we'll see if the Mustangs can find a way to reduce those points that they find a way to put in bunches. Swing into the corner. That's going to get an open three. Rebound there, Fagerlund. She'll bring it up. That's Carson Sanders in the corner. And Sanders with it now. She pulls. And she hits. Great look from Sanders. Sanders took a spill on the last possession down. Kind of grabbed at her ankle a little bit. But she's able to come right back on the next possession and to find one from the corner and connect. Nothing but net. So now it's 12-16. Davies with the advantage. Great interior passing by Davies. The help didn't find a way to pinch back down. And so with that, Davies back up to a 6-point advantage. 11:55 to go now in the first half. Eagles defense continues to be relentless. See if this is something that Hintz is going to look at throughout this game here, making 2-3 substitutions at a time here, trying to keep his girls fresh. We do see Feist back in the game. She is bandaged up a little bit on the knee. She's tough. She'll fight through that. Loose ball. Feist comes away with it. And we got a shot at the top of the key. And that one hits. Fagerlund for three, so swing pass there for Davies. And they answer with a three-pointer. Substitutions for Davies Eagles. They have three of them. 11:03 to play right now. 6-point advantage for Fargo Davies. Mustangs on a baseline out of bounds. Nothing frees up, but they're able to throw the release pass over the top, and now they have a post move. That's Terhark. She scoops, but they're going to say she traveled first. Skip pass there. And another bucket. Top of the key now for Cheyenne. Back cut, good move there, but the pass doesn't land. Carson Sanders can't connect, so she'll peel back on defense. But Fargo Davies, as they do, they pull the trigger quick in that half court. Good hustle play by Fargo Davies. You see Terhark's reaction to that one. She says, I can't believe she threw that off my leg. Watcha in for Davies. She's one of the leading scorers. She sits right now at number 7 in the EDC. And another bucket for Fargo Davies. So now they've extended the lead to 10. And this is what can be frustrating for Coach Hintz. Nice little move there by Breidenbach. She's done that twice now where she's really busted the Davies defenders. And with that, she drops an assist to Jaden Feist down low. Breidenbach having a good job with her handles so far in this game. That three-pointer goes off back iron. And the quick trigger for Davies doesn't pull an advantage. So this time Mustang's looking for it down low. That's Feist again. Her shot goes off iron. Again, Davies pulls, gets an offensive rebound. They look to finish, and they do. That's Watcha again. She averages 17 points a game, and a steal, and up ahead, and a bump. Good show of sportsmanship there by Breidenbach. I think the contact was incidental. She kind of got in that point of no return in terms of being on the hip of the offensive player for Davies, and at that point, once the Davies player went up in the air, it looked egregious, but it really wasn't. She does a nice job picking her back up. Substitutions in for the Mustangs. Swing pass there. Good shot fake. Attack in the middle, but that doesn't connect. Offensive rebound again for Davies. And they find a way to finish with an and one. So Watcha shooting here. I did notice in the pregame, Watcha does have a black eye under her, I believe her left eye. So that probably does say something about her toughness and the way she plays. I had a couple of Mustangs fall down on that sequence, and Watcha comes away with the basketball and finishes at the rim, and she's bumped by one of the Mustang defenders. So second team foul on Davies there. 3 team fouls on the Mustangs as Davies has extended their lead to 12 with 8:52 to go. 29-17 is the score. Mustangs looking to stop the bleeding here, literally and figuratively. I did see as Feist does a little high-low action with her partner in crime, Maya Metcalf, but I did see, speaking of trying to stop the bleeding, I saw Jaden Feist reaching down for her bandaged knee. And again, Davies answers with a quick bucket. That one was Safransky. Stolen in the backcourt. Great job by Davies, and that'll be another finish. Again by number 14, Watcha. So this is Hintz coming to talk out to his girls. He's already used this 3rd time out of the basketball game. They only give him 5, folks. I don't think they're going to let him buy any more at halftime, so he's got to figure things out with his team. 8:14 to go in the first half. Eagles up 34-19. Back to live action here. Just want to remind you a couple of things about events coming up with Mustang Media. Tonight, obviously, the girls are playing here at Cheyenne. The boys are playing over at Davies. We'll try to get you a score update in a little bit. Friday night, Mustang Media is going to bring you a basketball game here at home for the boys basketball team. And then on Saturday, we have a little bit of a double-header feature for you. In fact, it's going to be a little bit of an overlap. We'll have a senior night for our wrestling program. They have I believe they start at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I believe, in the morning, senior night. So tune into that and show the support for those wrestlers. They often talk about being stable-made. All that hard work and effort sometimes goes unnoticed by a lot of these other programs, but those wrestlers have worked their tail off, and they have actually qualified for state. The other matchup that we have to look to on Saturday is Red River, as the Cheyenne hockey team is having their best season so far in program history. They will be playing Red River. That's Jordan Latovsky on the call, along with Ethan Frisch. And we're going to have to see how that game plays out, because the standings for Cheyenne in hockey right now are really going to be interesting in that 3, 4, 5 spot, especially with what we're seeing as kind of these COVID regulations play out. EDC tournaments, it has been announced, will be held at the higher seed for the first 2 rounds. So certainly come out and support your teams this upcoming week here. It's not all about the Super Bowl this week, ladies and gentlemen. There are a lot of action that we need to talk about. So with that, 7:01 to play here. Eagles up 36-19. Mustangs trying to stop the bleeding, but that's the thing about this Davies team. They find a way to score and score and score, and they do it quick, and it really wears on you. But the Mustangs doing a good job there on defense. Nice steal by Feist. Up ahead for number 24. That shot sails long. Mustangs trying to answer with a little bit of a dribble weave up top. Metcalf at the free throw line here. That's Haas with it now, and she kicks it back to number 24. Kick out for 3 again for Davies, and they connect once again. These Eagles are relentless in the offensive side, and that has extended their lead now to 22 with 6 minutes to play. Half-court set here, finds Maya Metcalf up top. That's going to be Feist off the screen. She looks down low. Blocked. And out of bounds. Baseline out of bounds play. They were looking for a down screen in the corner for an open 3 in the corner, but that didn't happen. And now we're at 5 seconds in the shot clock, and Davies steals it. And that's going to be yet another timeout. So with 5:22 to go, Davies Eagles 43. Cheyenne uses its 4th timeout of the first half, and so we're going to take a break here with 5:22 to play. Hintz over here trying to figure out some things, see if he can stop this from getting out of hand here before the second half even begins, using his 4th timeout of the half, seeing if he can find a way to calm his girls down defensively, as quite frankly, the Davies Eagles have just come out on fire already with 43 points to go in the first half, and Fagerlund playing a good half offensively, and you'd probably say with 5 minutes to go, the Mustangs well within their probably average score range of probably going to put about 60 points up, but the way things are going right now, Davies just too many answers, and they're going to get to maybe 100 if they keep things up the way they're going right now. So again, Davies answers 45-21 now. I think the question that Hintz wants to ask his girls is how we can find a way to get a stop defensively. They are getting some looks on the offensive side, but Davies just has answer after answer on the offensive side in transition, in the post, in the extra passes. And so, Hintz has a young team here. They're going to learn a lot from this basketball game. But obviously, right now, Davies just coming at you with kind of relentless offense. Trap into the corner and freed up now at top. And blocked at the top of the key. Davies comes back with it. They look to push yet again. Reverse layup and a foul. So with that, we just want to remind you of our game sponsor, Bell Bank Mortgage. When you choose Bell Bank Mortgage, you'll partner with people that are part of the fabric of the communities we serve. Carson Sanders back in for the Mustangs. Rebound by Metcalf. Knocked out of bounds, stays in possession of Fargo Davies. Oh, excuse me, West Fargo Cheyenne. So they're going to have to inbound from the corner, a little bit of a tricky spot here if the Davies Eagles try to pressure. And that ball goes up top to Maya Metcalf. Great job finding that one. That shot goes long. Shot clock was expiring, and then we've seen that probably in about 4 possessions here for the Mustangs. Davies' defense extending that offensive sequence for Cheyenne, and don't get probably the look that they want in the half court, and end up having to put something up that they feel a little uncomfortable with as the shot clock winds down. Davies' strategy right now does look that they are trying to pinch Maya Metcalf in the post, both with somebody playing on the front and underneath, making it difficult for the guards to find that lob entry. Once again, Davies got to the free throw line on the foul. Foul there was on Haas, her first. 15. That one unfortunately goes off the back iron, and Davies is able to get the offensive rebound on the free throw. Loose ball, skip pass. Steal there by Metcalf. She looks to push on her own, loses the handle. Davies back with it now. 2:40 to play in the first half. Davies up 47-21. Dump pass there is stolen initially by Brenadick. And now it's going to be knocked out of bounds on Davies. So the team in orange is going to have an opportunity to find their rhythm here on the offensive side. Number 2, Haas with it now. She comes back to number 12. That's Fagerlund with it. Knocked out of bounds, stays with the Mustangs. Just over 2 minutes to play. Spin move there. Nice job, Carson Sanders, and she's bumped in the process of shooting there. Good little spin move there by Carson Sanders to free herself up from her defender. on the pivot, and so she'll have a couple of free throws. First one goes long. And a substitution in for Fargo Davies. Sanders able to connect on her second one. Good drive on the baseline and a dish over to the wing. That frees him up at the elbow, but that shot a little bit short. Mustangs back with it now. Brenna Dick in transition. She looks up ahead. Down low for Maya Metcalf, but that pass took a little too long to get there, but that does get a three-point look. So the Mustangs find an answer at the three-point line and a steal. Left-handed look there. Catches a trailing Carson Sanders, but she can't connect, and Fargo Davies tries to look for a run out, but now it goes down low to Maya Metcalf, and that's stripped free. So a little bit over 1:15 to play. Soft corner there. Jumper from about 12 feet away does connect for Davies. So they're at 49 points now. Pretty impressive first half out of the number 4 ranked team in the state. Good job by Davies cutting off Maya Metcalf's post entry. Brooke Johnson and Terhark in for Cheyenne. So now we have under 10 in the shot clock, and that's blocked by Davies. So now we're at 40 seconds to go in this first half action. Davies flexing their muscles early, showing Fargo Cheyenne, West Fargo Cheyenne, why they are among the top tier in the East. 20 seconds to play now, 51-25. Davies has doubled up the home team on the scoreboard. And that's stolen. Push up ahead by Fargo Davies. Deep three. Good looking shot, but it doesn't quite land. And so with 0.2 seconds to go in the first half, it looks like West Fargo Cheyenne is just simply going to inbound that and try to recoup in the halftime locker room. So number 4 ranked team in the state of North Dakota finds a way to come into this visitors' floor in Cheyenne, and they flex their muscles. They show everybody in this gym why it is that they can score points and they can play defense at the same time. So Brent Hintz and his crew will go back into the locker room, talk about how they can figure out some of what it is that Davies does, and we're going to return after halftime here. So score right now, 51-25. We'll hear from you in a little bit.
What I love working about Marvin is I'm always given an opportunity to learn new things. There's never really a dull moment.
When my buddies from out of town ask me where I work, I love to share it. There's always opportunities. You can always move up.
Come in here willing to learn, and if you're willing to do that, you can go anywhere.
The people here is what makes the workplace enjoyable. It's a great place to work.
They have a great benefit package, and as I've been here even for a few years, I've seen that package being adjusted and tailored to try to meet our needs better.
Your experience coming in, our experience that we have here, makes a great combination that we invite.
That generation that helped build this company to what it is today is now getting to retirement age, and we're now to that point in the company where a newer generation of workforce is stepping up to the plate. We're finding our own adventure. I think that's exciting. It is an exciting time to be a part of Marvin.
I want to perform so I can teach my friends how to play the guitar.
I want to play this year so we can improve as a team and get some more of these.
I want to learn so I can expand my career opportunities.
I want to represent to enrich the world around me.
Mask up.
Mask up.
Mask up.
Mask up.
So coming in out of halftime here, Davies Eagles played a dominant first half here, up 51-25. Mustangs coming out in a little bit of a zone action, and that forces a miss early out of the Davies Eagles. Let's see what the Mustangs can generate in the half court, and a great feed and find over to Maya Metcalf. And just like that, 2 points. For the Mustangs in the first half, Breidenbach was with 4. Metcalf, she had 5. That was her 7th point there. Fagerlund had 5. Feist had 4. Carson Sanders had 4. And Brenna Dick had 3. Feed into the interior. That gets a layup for Davies. So for Davies in the first half, Selensky had 8. Wacha had 11. Fay had 7. Burien had 3. Safransky had 2. Koenig, she had 4 2-pointers and 2 threes. And Wild had 6 points. So Metcalf to the line now for the Mustangs. And she comes out and makes that one. 3 points early in the second half for Maya Metcalf. Mustangs stay in their zone. And that's poked away by Metcalf. Push here by Breidenbach. Ball loose and out of bounds. Good idea by Breidenbach. Sometimes it's tough when you have that kind of wolf defender chasing you down on the backside. You don't know where they're at, and they can poke that ball free. Look down into the post for Davies. They can't connect. And kind of a wild sequence there. Davies is able to throw it off of the Mustangs. That was number 3, Breidenbach, and during the process, she lost her shoe. So Breidenbach is practicing the old loop, swoop, and pull action, it appears. As the girls get a little bit of a laugh down on the sideline. 16:26 to go. And Davies with the miss, and the rebound comes out to the Mustangs. Breidenbach with it now in 2 shoes. This is Manson with it. Look into the inside for Maya Metcalf. She was surrounded by 4 Davies defenders, and so the pass does not land. Davies trying to answer the little 2-3 zone, or it appears actually nice steal there by Manson. Breidenbach doesn't have numbers, but she's going to push and look for Manson. She is a 3-point specialist, and that's exactly what Olivia Manson does. She averages just under 3 3-pointers a game, second in the EDC in 3-pointers made, and that's her first of the evening. That rebound actually is going to go off the Davies defenders, so a little bit of fire out of Coach Hintz's crew coming out of the half, and they've closed the gap here a little bit. Certainly a lot of work left to do, but got to like that this young crew comes out and has a little bit of tenacity with what it is that Davies brought in the first half. That shot sails over the glass. Into the elbow. Good move to the left and a dump pass. That's a sweet feed there. Watch it with the assist. Great play. Ball at the top for Brooke Johnson. Over to Feist. Knocked away by Davies with just under 8 on the shot clock here. 14:50 to play right now in the second half. Manson with it at the top. Handoff there for Brooke Johnson. Now it's Maya Metcalf. That frees up Breidenbach. She's going to pull. That goes off iron. Nobody from Cheyenne down in the rebounding area. Coach Hintz doing a nice job coaching up his girls, still getting energy out of their bench players. And that's a fortunate break for Fargo Davies as the ball flew off the tip pass, off the glass, and then into the hands of a Davies player, and they score 2 points off of an easy bucket. 31-57 right now, 14:09 to go. Elbow there for Jaden Feist. She's poked away and stolen away. All the way down, and a finish. Little pick and roll. Breidenbach looked at a couple of picks at the elbow from each of the bigs. Now Breidenbach. And I think Davies bumped into Brooke Johnson there on the sideline. So the shot clock was expiring, but it will refresh now back to 30. Second team foul on Davies in the second half here, and a substitution. Number 14 going to come in, Carson Sanders. Over to Carson Sanders. And back up to Olivia Manson. Into the high post, Jaden Feist. She thinks about a jumper there, but she finds Maya Metcalf. She will pull, and that one sails a little bit to the right. Over into the corner. Caught right in rhythm. Great release. Great three-point shot. Bucket Davies. That one is Langang. She's looking at it in the same spot again. That one sails long. Good job on Davies finding the loose ball rebound. That gets them another look, and a good box out there by Breidenbach. She pushes up ahead. Manson wasn't sure what she wanted to do. She thought maybe Davies was going to tip it. And, in fact, they did. So it will stay with the Mustangs. So a good decision there by Olivia Manson. She wasn't sure if she wanted to grab that basketball right away. But once it was tipped by the Davies defender, she decided to let that sail out of bounds. 12:40 to go here in the second half. Eagles have doubled up. The Mustangs up 31 now, 62-31. Into the corner, and a bump. Koenig with her second personal. Third team. Up top for Brenna Dick. I said this during the JV broadcast, but Brenna Dick is a little, she had me confused there for a while this season. Looked like she was a lefty. She loves to go to her left, but she does shoot right-handed. And yet another foul away from the basket there on the basketball, and that is the fourth team foul now on Davies. Mustangs do not have a foul yet in this half. A little bit of a situation there, and that's going to be a 5-second call. No Mustang looking to get open or finding a way to lead the passer into an open position. So Davies, good job defending on the inbound. They'll set up in the half court. Mustangs back into their man-to-man. Swing pass there. That shot sails long, but again, Davies rebounds. Just a quick update from the Davies game. We were told at halftime that the Cheyenne boys, were up at half, and that Jaheim Leak was leading the way. He actually had 4 3-pointers in the first half. Not bad of it, a 6'9" kid. Good move there by Brenna Dick. That one goes off iron, and so does Feist's. So they'll retreat. Davies looks to push. Good find on the weak side. But a great block there by Maya Metcalf. She'll have none of that. 11:30 to go. Good move into the post. Metcalf, she is the offensive firepower in the second half for the Mustangs. Holder in for the Mustangs, number 23. Feed into the post. That long lob ends up out of bounds. Probably a conversation at halftime with hints that, obviously with the lead that the Davies Eagles have, the opportunity to win this basketball game might have dwindled early, but, the goal is obviously to stick with them in the second half, and so far Mustangs are doing a pretty good job of that. Two good looks, but just a heck of a block there by Davies on Maya Metcalf, and they get a run out, but are unable to connect on the first few opportunities, and they continue to fight on the offensive glass. That foul is on Sanders, her first. Good fight there by Carson Sanders. It has been an interesting situation here for Fargo Davies. As you can see, a great hit and excitement out of the Mustang bench on that shot by Carson Sanders. In terms of rebound margin per game, West Fargo Cheyenne is +3 in that category. Davies at 4.8. But right now, the rebound margin does lean pretty heavily in favor of the Fargo Davies Eagles. Good give and go there. Opportunity kind of missed. I think Carson Sanders slipped underneath and was open for a moment, but her teammate didn't see her, and a couple substitutions in for Fargo Davies. Couple of other interesting stats of note, I think. You might want to ask, what is it that the Fargo Eagles do so well that generates such an impressive scoring margin? Well, they are number 1 in the EDC in steals per game, and they are number 1 in the EDC in turnover margin per game. They produce 10 more turnovers than they yield over to the opponent, and so with that kind of production, you're going to get a lot of extra opportunities. So right now, Fargo Eagles up 62-36, and we'll take a quick timeout.
You're watching Cheyenne Mustang Media.
So back to live action here at Cheyenne High School. Brenna Dick with it at the top of the key. I got to say, Brenna Dick's shoe game is pretty impressive. I do love the orange and blue customized shoes that she's got. Let's see if the three answers. Hey, apparently you give Brenna Dick a compliment on those sweet kicks, and she finds a way to knock in a three-pointer for you, so maybe I'll keep doing that. 8:52 to go. Good defense there. Little pivot move for Fargo Davies, but they miss, and Maya Metcalf grabs that rebound. So Over to Holder. She looks into the post. Pretty crowded pass, not able to connect there. It does look like Fargo Davies continues to try to post on Maya Metcalf down low. Pinch from both the front and back side, trying to prevent that lob over the top. Olivia Manson with it here. And down into Holder. Brenna Dick with it. She loses the handle. They're going to say a jump ball. Davies with it now into the half court. They run 2 at the elbows and run kind of a little bit of a back pick. That three-pointer off the back iron. Good rebound and box out there by Holder. Nice job sealing off of the Fargo Davies offensive rebounder. That forces an outlet pass to Brenna Dick. She gets out in transition, and she gets all the way to point-blank range, gets a shot up. It goes off the back iron, but she was fouled in the process, so she's at the free throw line shooting a couple. First one doesn't go down. 8 minutes to play in this game. And that one goes off back iron too. Certainly coming out of the half with 8 minutes to play, Cheyenne has slowed what was just an absolute impressive offensive performance from Davies in the first half. They seemed to not miss any shots, and they were finding all the looks that they wanted. In the second half, it has been much more of a challenge for them to get points on the board. But the Mustangs unable to cut into that lead in a significant sort of way simply because that Davies defense is as potent as their offense. Davies to the free throw line now. That was the second personal foul on number 13. That's Feist. Breidenbach back in. Davies hits both. Feist with it now. She hands it back over to her guards. It's Breidenbach trying to set up the half court now. Over to Manson. Dribble handoff at the top of the key. And they look for a pick and roll action, but that pass is tipped. All the way down, great left. Watcher with the finish. Wacha is the leading rebounder in the EDC and at almost 10 rebounds a game, 9.8, and she is also sitting at 16.8 points a game. So not bad if you're averaging a double-double for the number 4 ranked team in the state. Offensive rebound and a putback. And that's the aforementioned Wacha doing both of the things I just mentioned, grabbing something off the glass and then finding a bucket. Down low. Good post move by Jaden Feist. Pivots to her left and finds about a 6-foot shot right on the baseline. Over 6 to play right now. Good job attacking the right side. And I think the bump's going to get called on Breidenbach. And it is. For a second. Faye to the free throw line. You do see Faye wearing a large protective mask there. Faye is averaging 14 points a game herself. Currently 9th in the EDC, just ahead of Metcalf. She hits her second. Hecox with it now up the sideline. Holder. And looking for Feist down low, but that pass by Breidenbach stolen. Davies comes all the way down with it, shoots down the middle of the lane. You can see the body language on Hintz probably saying, why doesn't somebody want to stop the basketball as they're trying to cut all the way up the floor. Good fight for it there by Jaden Feist. And she gets the ball back and kind of sails it in between two Mustangs, neither of whom thought the pass was to them, and so nobody grabs it. 5:21 to play now. That's Breidenbach with it. Into the corner for Husted, who's checked into the game. Good move there to the left. And a great offensive rebound by Jaden Feist. Holder with it now at the top. Under 10 on to play on the shot clock as the first shot, I don't believe, caught any iron. And we're at 1 second left. Holder flings it, and that does go off the back iron. Actually, a pretty good look for Holder considering the amount of time she had to release that shot. 4:34 to play now. Good job of Husted trying to cut off the dribbler and steal that pass. And good job by Feist there, getting her hands straight up and getting in the way of Davies on the drive. That ball goes loose, and now it's freed up off the glass. And out of bounds on Davies. Good hustle play by number 4. Jaden Hecox slapping that off of the leg of the Davies defender. Good out of bounds play on a little stack. Does free up Carson Sanders momentarily, but the ball is ripped away. Mustangs retreat. Down low, tipped, stolen. Nice job by Carson Sanders on that one. Up ahead to Husted. And a good cutter. That was Hecox who had a pretty good look at it, and the ball just not able to go through. Up top now for Davies. Under 4 to play at about 3.5. Elbow jumper. Good shot. That one drops for Davies. So 73-43, 3:22 to go. Pretty clean second half here. No team in the bonus at this point. Good stop and pop for number 4, Jaden Hecox, putting the brakes on, making all the defenders fly by, and she left wide open from about 12 feet, and she connects. Into the post. Defended pretty well by Brenna Dick. And a hustle play there by Davies. Husted with it now. Not a lot of room on the sideline. Holder fortunate not to step out of bounds there. Good footwork. Good find into the inside. That's Carson Sanders. Ball blocked out of bounds. Substitutions in for each team, and the Mustangs will bring in a couple of their own. That's Terhark and Brooke Johnson. A little over 2.5 to play. Mustangs playing a better second half here, certainly defensively. Keeping the Davies Eagles, their high-powered offense, to just 20 points here in the second half. When you have a young team like Hintz does, sometimes just keeping them competitive when the game gets to that position, certainly, it's not going to go down as a win in the win column necessarily, but certainly I think these young girls are going to recognize that when you are a little bit cleaner in some of the aspects of what you do, reducing those turnovers, boxing out. And they're going to recognize you have a better chance of competing with a team that can come at you with a lot of different weapons in a team like Fargo Davies. Lexi Terhark with it at the top. She pivots. That finds Husted, and then down low. Great find from Husted. Assist. Over to Jaden Hecox, who is able to convert for 2. So now we're under 2 minutes to play. Rebound there by Husted, and she finds the outlet up to Hecox. Over to Holder, and a great find. And a great finish. You know, Hintz is a culture guy. One thing that you will say, Mustangs down 47-73 at this point. But the ball movement there was excellent, and it finished with Terhark with the ball in her hand off of a great feed and an end one. And in the process, all the girls on the bench stood up and cheered for their teammates. So, you know, that's something that Coach Hintz is building here in the West Fargo Cheyenne program. It is not about just your engagement on the floor. It's your engagement on the bench. He's a teacher after all, and he believes in those concepts and how those concepts end up playing out on the basketball floor as well. So under a minute to play here, 75-48. Mustangs looking for a couple more opportunities, see if they can move the basketball around. Stolen by Davies. And now we're under 45. Davies looking to be patient with it here down at the offensive side. Looked like initially Holder might have had a clean block there, but I'm not sure who they're going to call that one on. And it was Hecox. I believe the block up at the top there by Holder was clean, but Hecox, they said, had her hand in there first. Hecox's first foul. Only the 4th team foul on the Mustangs. Davies hits both free throws. And now we're at 35 seconds to go in this second half action. Certainly the Mustangs are going to have to talk about this game and figure out what it is that they need to do. Sitting at 7-7 with a young basketball team, certainly Coach Hintz knows he's got a lot of way to improve, but his goal all year long was to be playing their best basketball at the end of the year. So they're going to be shooting for that. That was a great play right there to kind of close out the offensive side for the Mustangs and get them to 50 points now. So it is 77-50, and that's how the score is going to end tonight at Cheyenne High School. So Davies Eagles do come away with the W. They will maintain their ranking right near the top in the state of North Dakota, coming in ranked 4th. They flex their muscles and show Cheyenne what the top of the EDC does look like. Cheyenne, on their part, had some answers with their young girls, but certainly they're going to recognize where they need to improve if they want to take that next step into that top 3 and 4 area and what it is that they're going to need to do. So certainly Hintz is an experienced coach. He's going to find a way to regroup those girls, learn from this experience, and remind them that they have another month of the season where they can continue to improve, because after all, there's a lot of season left, and the goal is not to win one game during the regular season, but to find a way to be successful in the postseason, and so they'll continue to grow from that experience. So tonight, on this floor, the Fargo Davies Eagles come away with a 27-point victory over the home team, the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. We appreciate your time. We'd like to thank the Mustang Media crew for all their work. And we want to remind you of our sponsors for tonight's game. That is Bell Bank. We certainly appreciate their support. At Bell, people come first. No matter where you are, you'll see the Bell difference in your mortgage experience with us. So we thank Bell Bank for supporting us, supporting Mustang Media. And with that, we hope to join you later in the week. We do have the boys' games Friday night, and we have a doubleheader of wrestling and hockey on Saturday. So join us for Mustang Media. Subscribe, like, get notifications, and we hope to see you soon.